Hello and welcome back to the Beck Law Office's weekly Q&A session. I'm attorney Benjamin Beck, here to answer all your California lemon law questions. And this week's question, how many times do I need to bring my car in for it to be a lemon? Well, you really need a qualified lemon law attorney in California to take a look at your specific case and answer that question for you. And there's other factors also that make a car a lemon, aside from the number of times you take it in. But focusing on that specific question, the minimum is going to be 2 times in. And really, depending on the severity of the defect that you're dealing with, you may only need 2 times in. You may need quite a few more times in to the dealership to give them opportunity to repair it. For example, if you're dealing with a situation where you've on two or more occasions have dealt with an engine stalling while you're on the freeway on your own, that's a more serious concern, more severe, because your safety and your family's safety, God forbid they're with you in the car, is at jeopardy. And if something were to happen, you were to stall and be rear-ended, that could result in a products liability case with multiple injuries, and nobody wants that. So I think the number of times you need to take the car in for a defect like that is going to be fewer than you would for maybe a less severe defect. And maybe a less severe defect would be, for example, air conditioning not working. You live in a cold climate. You only use air conditioning in the summer, 2 months in the summer, and maybe you've taken it in twice because the air conditioning wasn't working. Well, in that situation, because of the frequency of the use and the nature of the defect, not really a safety issue, more of a use issue and potentially value, you're probably going to need to bring that car in quite a few more times to let the manufacturer try to repair it before anybody's going to take a look at that and it's going to be qualified as a lemon vehicle. Now, keep in mind, this is a very narrow, specific question. There are a lot of other things to look at on whether the car is actually a lemon, whether it's a new or used car, whether it's a certified pre-owned vehicle, whether the times you took it in, it was actually under a manufacturer's warranty, whether there was any sort of negligence on your part or lack of maintenance, or whether there was any sort of abuse of the vehicle that caused or contributed to these concerns. There's quite a number of other factors that need to be considered before it could be definitively opined, I think, that your vehicle qualified for a lemon. So answering this question in a vacuum, it's going to need to be a minimum of 2 times, depending on the severity of the defect. All right, so that's this week's question. If you have questions you want to submit to me, you can submit those at ben@becklemonlaw.com. And thank you for tuning in. Please subscribe to my channel, and I look forward to seeing you all next week. Have a good one.